Have you ever thought about the fact that self-awareness could be a paradox? Sometimes in the course of observing yourself, it can be a bit difficult determining the authentic you, whether it's the self that is being observed or the observer. But I don't want to get too academic with it. I say all of that to say, if you are naturally good at something, it's hard to be self-aware of it. Your natural ability blinds you. A fish is unaware of his exemplary swimming skills. Finding your unique talent is so stressful and nobody can help you with it. In this case, you are both the maze and the guy who's trying to get out of the maze. Though effectively speaking, you're on your own. So the answer of what field to venture into has to be specific to you. In the words of Liam Gallagher, questions are the answers that you might need. So here are 4 questions according to George Mark that can help you determine what exactly to pursue. Now, whatever the answers are up to you. 1. What are you good at that gives you the most excitement and energy? 2. What areas of your life do your parents or family members come to you for advice? 3. In what industry do you look at the best people and feel like you can do better than them if you tried? 4. What consistent compliments have you received from people who don't know one another? For instance, if 3 people who don't know one another complimented you on your great and insightful relationship advice, it might be a sign to look into counseling or behavioral psychology. I'm just saying, questions are the answers that you might need. A lot of the behaviors you were punished for in school will reward you in adulthood. Incidentally, a lot of the behaviors you were rewarded for in school will get you punished in adulthood. Let's look into it. If a child questions a teacher and comes up with a novel way of solving a problem in class, he's punished because he's not following stipulated rules. But if an adult questions the head and comes up with a new way of doing things, he's a successful entrepreneur. In school, you get punished for copying people during tests or exams. But as an adult, you are actually encouraged to copy people who are more successful than you are, and you are rewarded for it. In school, if you were a nerd and you had an obsession with something unique, you would be bullied or made fun of. In adulthood, however, if you have an obsession with something unique, you are on your way to mastery and being one of the best in your industry. It also makes you a thought leader to millions of people who have the same interest. In school, you are rewarded for sounding and looking smart. Emphasis was placed on theoretical knowledge. However, in adulthood, you must show workings. Adulthood rates being street smart over being school smart. In school, you are rewarded for fitting in. In adulthood, you are rewarded for standing out. My issue is, a lot of us today are still applying the mentality and behavior that only rewards in school. Little wonder why adulthood is not rewarding a lot of us. Here's the hack. You have to debug every code that the educational system has written in your head. Challenges and obstacles by design are largely fixed. They don't have the capacity to become increasingly complex. It is us as humans that have the ability to become complex. What we call mutations and complexities in a problem are already embedded in the design of the problem. Look at an amateur boxer and a punching bag. The punching bag is so strong and immovable. No matter how hard this amateur boxer punches, the punching bag remains in place. However, with every punch, the boxer's skills improve. Over time, this amateur boxer develops speed, strength, and precision, but the punching bag stays the same. Eventually, these punches now land with such power and accuracy, so much so that what was once an immovable object has now become a tool for mastery and growth. Look, human beings have the ability to become anything to solve a problem. Problems don't have the ability to become anything to avoid being solved. We always have that advantage. This is the mentality of innovators and those who push the boundaries of human civilization. If the mountain can't be moved, we will develop mountain climbing skills. As a matter of fact, when Sir Edmund Hillary failed in his first attempt to climb the Mount Everest, he gave this profound quote. He said, "I will come again and I will conquer you, because as a mountain, you cannot grow, but as a human, I can." I hope you are ready to face whatever challenge that might be foolish enough to face you this week.